Hey guys, it's Will, Vinyl Appreciation Society. We went to Amoeba recently, Logan and I, and we picked some stuff up. If you watched the channel, you've probably seen the video of us. We shot some stuff up at Amoeba, took some pictures. It was really fun. I had a gift certificate, which I got for Christmas, so that was kind of burning a hole in my pocket. So I picked up some records. There's only 4 things here. I'm just going to show them off real quick, and they'll be out of your hair. First, we have Shiny and Oh So Bright, Volume 1, No Past, No Future, No Sun. I believe that's the full title. This is the new Smashing Pumpkins. It's an album. It was originally going to be, it's 8 songs. It was going to be 2 EPs, and then they decided to put all the tracks on one thing, and it's called an album. It's kind of like a collection of because some of this stuff is stuff that Billy Corgan had written along with Jeff Schroeder for the Smashing Pumpkins album that was supposed to come out after Monuments to an Elegy that never ended up coming out. And then there's some more recent stuff on here. So it's just kind of like a compilation of tracks that were lying around that the band was kind of working on. And he's now working on, well, I guess Billy Corgan is working on writing, and the band is working on putting together the follow-up to this, which I think will be more of like a traditional album that's kind of conceived in unison as one piece. But here you go. And I don't have much of an opinion on this yet, to be honest with you. I had heard the 3 tracks that they put out as singles in advance of this record coming out, and I really like all of those. The rest of the tracks on here I've only listened to a couple times, honestly, since I got it, so I haven't invested a lot of time, and this is kind of fun. Kind of getting to know the record and figuring out the bits and pieces. I did really like the last song, which is called, really awesome title, and I don't want to get it wrong, so let me just find it. Seek and You Shall Destroy. But I liked that song a lot. And then Marching On is I've read about that song because it's like a heavier, kind of like throwback to older Pumpkin sound. And that was a fun track. But again, like I said, I haven't really invested the time to really get to know these songs that well. But so here, I just got the black. So I guess there's the way that this has worked supposedly is I know there's a gold version of this, there's a magenta version, and there's a glow-in-the-dark version, and I think there are more. And I've seen stuff on Instagram of people being like, oh, I went to the record store, my local record store, and I just picked a random copy of it out, and I got the glow-in-the-dark one. And so I was kind of hoping I would get a fancy, funky, fun one, but it is what it is. I buy it for the music, not for the color of the vinyl, right? Okay, so this next one I was really, really, really excited to find. This is Finch, Say Hello to Sunshine. I've been looking for this record for over a year at this point, and I know that I could just go online, and actually at one point I did try to buy this on Discogs. Someone had it for I think around $35, this particular version of it. And I bought it from them, and then they emailed me and said, I'm sorry, our inventory was incorrect. We don't actually have that album. And so I've looked for it at Amoeba and all the other record stores I go to. And because this is a reissue, this was originally released in, I think, 2005. And that version is long since out of print and really expensive. But they reissued this, I think, five years ago at this point. And this is, so if you don't know Finch, they're like a kind of emo post-hardcore band. Their first record, which is called What It Is to Burn, which for my money is the best album of that kind of wave of emo bands of Thursday, Taking Back Sunday, Brand New, all those bands from the early 2000s. That record is very much of that emo sound. This record is a lot more like Glassjaw, At the Drive-In, Deftones. There's weird time signatures. It's very heavy. It's got a lot of punk influence, but also kind of some math rocky stuff in it. But it's a really, really great record. It has some of the catchiness of the first record, but with an kind of different songwriting style. So as you can see, there's just kind of that. And so the color here is, this is like a blue-gray marble kind of thing. And then I really like that pink. It's almost like a cotton candy pink center label. But, and this record sounds great on, but I've been so accustomed to compression, I think, through all these records that are recorded on Pro Tools and they compress the shit out of them and everything, that this is refreshingly uncompressed and really clean sounding, and you can really hear all the instruments in the mix, and there's room to breathe for all of the sounds on the album. So it's a really great listen too. It's a great vinyl transfer, whatever you want to call it. So there you go. This is the I think this is the SRC vinyl re-release of Say Hello to Sunshine. And this is a used copy, so that was fun to find too. So it has a little bit of history to it. There's a couple folds here and there in the cover. So this next record, if you've seen Logan's video, you'll know that he got an original pressing of the Terminator score, the first Terminator movie. And that's a record I've been looking for a while. I saw, about a year and a half ago, I think at this point, I saw a Japanese first press of that record on Discogs for a lot less than it's usually worth. And it looked like it was in pretty good condition. It was like $40 or something like that. And I tried to convince some people to buy it for me, I think for Christmas or my birthday or something like that. I didn't end up getting it, and it sold. And since then, I've really wanted to find a copy of that record. And I found it, and I had to decide between that and this, because that was about 35 bucks, and this was 30 bucks. This is Catherine Wheel. Happy Days. So Catherine Wheel was one of my ultimate favorite bands in high school. If you don't know them, they're a British band. They're a rock band. They're from the 90s, but they're not Britpop, really. Their first record is very shoegazy. Their second record is like shoegaze mixed with hard rock. And then this leans more into the hard rock, but also introduces like psychedelic and kind of like Pink Floyd-y type influences that would really be expanded on the record that came out after this, which is called Adam and Eve, which is a phenomenal album. But so this is the first Catherine Wheel album I bought. I bought it at an HMV in London at some point in the 90s. I bought the CD, and I no longer have that CD. And so this was a record store day release, and Amoeba got 3 or 4 copies of it, and I've been kind of watching them over the course of the last, 8 months or so, just as the dwindling stock. I think this is the last one. And I was listening to this album today, and I just love it. So it's like heavy rock, but with some psychedelic influences, some pop influences, a little bit of shoegaze influence. Smashing Pumpkins is a pretty good reference point for this, actually, like the 90s Smashing Pumpkins sound, because it has those kind of like metal riffs, but it's a very melodic kind of rock album. But there you go, the front and the back, and there you go. And so the other thing I didn't say is that Catherine Wheel broke up in like 2000. Which would have been either the end of my junior year in high school or the beginning of my senior year. I don't know exactly in the year when they broke up. And so I just kind of honestly stopped listening to them because they only put out 5 records. And I listened to those records so many times that it was like, I need to go and listen to other stuff. And I just kind of drifted away from them. But the Music on Vinyl, which is I think a label out of the Netherlands, has re-released their first 2 records within the past few years, and I picked both those up. So I'm in like kind of a Catherine Wheel resurgence right now. So I was really excited to find that. Finally, the last thing I got, Stranger Things. So I think this is out of print, this variant. It had a little sticker on the, this is a used copy. It had a little sticker on the sleeve that Amoeba put on it that had the color variant listed, and it said it was out of print. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't look that up. But I rewatched Stranger Things pretty recently. I loved it the first time I watched it, but I watched both seasons back to back pretty recently and really loved it. And I think I have like a greater appreciation for it now than I did the first time I saw it, honestly. So here's the back cover, and then the inside is the kid's bike. And there you go. So this is clear with, I think, black smoke, grayish black smoke. So there you go. And this has been released in like 1,000 different color variants. They had like 6 different color variants just in Amoeba. There's like a red and blue split. There's one that I think is maybe all red. There's, and here you go. There's like an insert here. But this is, everyone who's watched this show knows this music. It's like throwback to John Carpenter. And it's just really great. I love ambient music and kind of like drone. Like Stars of the Lid, There Is No Teenage Love, like that kind of stuff. And so I love this kind of music anyway. And it's the kind of stuff that I would ordinarily listen to were it not associated with the show. But having gone back and rewatched the show, it's really cool to dig into and get that on vinyl. So there you go. That's what I picked up at Amoeba. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll have more pickup videos soon. You can find us on Instagram. If you're on YouTube and you kind of click the expansion of the video description, we'll have a link to our Facebook and our Instagram and all the different places you can go and follow us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.